What's up everybody, Mark here from My Primal Being, and welcome back to Prime Your Mind. Now what I want to talk about is a little something that you can use to preserve your gains. Now for all the hard work that you do to make sure that you go in the gym, you put in all this work to lift as big as you can, to tear down that muscle, and you go in and supplement to try and preserve that and add to it to grow your muscles. I feel like the thing that most people are missing are lifestyle adjustments that they can implement to make sure that those gains don't get washed away. Now one of those things is something that we take for granted, and that's the management of stress. Now the reason why I want to talk about this is that usually when people talk about developing strength and size, the conversation about taking performance enhancing drugs will always sneak its way into the conversation. And really the biggest thing that most PEDs are meant to do is to help you recover quickly. Now there's something very simple that you can implement, but actually isn't very easy to incorporate into your life, and that is learning to manage stress. Now I know I'm not the type of guy who's gonna sell you on some crazy yoga breathing technique, but the reason why we need to talk about this is it's actually very essential. Breathing alone can expel pounds of acidic CO2, which can help to alkalinize your blood, reducing the stress in your body. But beyond that, the ability to breathe and to regain homeostasis, or a certain chill and peace in your body, will help in your recovery. The reason why this is very important is that in the modern world, where we're encouraged to express ourselves and to explore our emotions, oftentimes we get caught up in emotions that are actually very negative for us. Now this may seem like it's nothing, but the important thing that you need to understand in this situation is that there is no such thing as something for nothing when it comes to nature and biological systems, including that of your own body. What this means is that for every time that you respond to a certain stimulus, whether that happens to be something as big as dodging a near crash on the highway, or the emotions that you get from wondering whether or not your favorite bachelorette is going to get kicked off the show, you're going to have to pay a price for those emotions. And that usually comes at the toll of calories, nutrients, and hormones. Now this may seem negligible, but the thing is we're constantly bombarded with stimulus, including that which is coming from the biggest source of constant stimulation, which nowadays happens to be our smartphones. We're tapped into this constant source of emotions, and we take for granted that every puppy and kitty video seems like it's nothing, and every beheading or big dramatic experience that you see on social media seems inconsequential. But in reality what it does is that a little bit of cortisol, which is typically considered the stress hormone, which I'd like to refer to as the stimulus hormone, because that's cortisol's job, is to help you respond appropriately to a stimulus in the environment, is constantly getting excreted for every time that we experience even something as benign as a puppy video. Now the reason why this is important is because you want to preserve testosterone. And as I mentioned earlier, testosterone is one of those key hormones that helps with your recovery. And it's critical that you preserve your body's ability to produce testosterone in order for you to generate the massive gains that you want to achieve your particular strength, fitness, and aesthetic goals. Personally, what I've done is that if there's anything that comes my way that seems like it's something that I cannot have any direct effect over, like some headline about an accident or something on the other side of the world that I have no direct influence over, I tend to just ignore it and move on with my day. Now people will tend to criticize me and think that I'm being apathetic, but in reality, there's nothing that we can do. And in a time where we are tapped into the worries and concerns of 7 billion people in the world, there is just no way we can cope with the amount of stress, or should I say stimulus, that we experience from all those people. Now there are certainly certain things that can inspire us and drive us forward or make us laugh and giggle, but you need to understand that you should be able to generate those emotions either within yourself or from the people and the environment around you. Now I'm interested to hear what are some ways in which you found you can help yourself to maintain your development, your strength, and your gains, whether it happens to be stress management, meditative breathing, or whatever it is that you happen to do that helps to keep you at your most optimal. I'd love to hear from you guys, so feel free to shoot me a video response, or just to keep it simple, go ahead and shoot me a message down below in the comment section. Now if you happen to like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That would be absolutely beneficial, and it would actually make me feel really good, and it would boost my morale up then that would be absolutely awesome. If you have any ideas, suggestions, or thoughts you'd like to share, go ahead and leave those down below in the comment section. And if you happen to like this video, and if you'd like to see more of it, or you just want to keep up to date with all the stuff that I post here on My Primal Being, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're interested in grabbing yourself a My Primal Being shirt, this is the first limited edition in a plain black. I've got smalls, mediums, and larges available, and they're printed on high quality H&M poly cotton blends that are cotton conscious. Those are available for $30, and I've also got My Primal Being stickers available for $5 a piece. Now if you're interested in buying the whole package, that's gonna be $25 for the shirt and the sticker, and that's a $10 value. It's always an absolute pleasure to share my insights with you guys every week, so I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. Once again, I'm Mark from My Primal Being. As always, have fun, be safe, and peace out.